I am live. Hello and welcome to the ninth wine of lockdown. We'll be looking at the best cheap wines from Aldi in this live stream. If we haven't met before, my name is James Follen, and I believe the world of Australian wine is beautiful and complex. So I create videos for wine lovers to learn more about the world of wine. If you're new here, please consider subscribing. So, if you're joining me here on the live stream this evening, let me know what I'm drinking. I started really late, so I'm sipping on tea, but I'm drinking a tea from T2 that is mulled wine flavored that I got for Christmas. It was limited edition. Thought it'd be a good one to break out for winter late in the evening. So today we will be talking about the best cheap wines from Aldi. I had the fortune of attending the Sydney International Wine Competition before things went a bit downhill when it came to COVID back in February of 2020. And I was pleasantly surprised by some of the wines that were awarded that were produced by Aldi. So let's jump into what some of those are. So I'll see if I can hunt that one, the first one, down. So let me transition into the screen share to show you what's going on my end, and looking for aldi.com.au. And let's see what we can find in terms of liquor, wine, groceries. Hopefully they've got a category just to drill down and focus on wine that they have. What I notice are there that when you look at Aldi wine, you've got the wine and the champagne and the sparkling. So looking at the wine here this evening, you see a variety of different wines going on here. So these are kind of red, whites, rosés that I can see, and it looks like they've got their sparkling in a different category. And that first wine I was going to suggest was this Vervi Misogyny Brut Champagne NV, non-vintage. So this came in the top 100 winner of the Sydney Wine Festival, which was something that was impressive. So coming in at $22.99 for a bottle of champagne is an admirable price. That is, depending on your tastes, that would pack a lot of bang for its buck, a lot of value for money for this particular champagne, this particular sparkling wine. And Aldi also have other award winners in other categories. Unfortunately, this was a non-vintage wine, so kind of a mix and a blend of different vintages that went into making this happen. Coming in at $22.99 there was a pleasant surprise to see that happening, as well as the champagne and sparkling. The Prosecco would also be one that packs an interesting price point, coming in at $10 from Italy. It would be an interesting one to check out if you're interested in learning about the world of Prosecco. And now that I see it, it'd be really interesting to try this kind of $4 sparkling Moscato and see what is going on there. I'm not sure how you can have it rated as a medium to full-bodied wine when I'm predicting it to be pretty sweet. That'll be a really interesting drink there for that sparkling Moscato. Coming in at $4. That's like, it scares me that it's like the price of a coffee in the Sydney CBD. So going to the category, that I feel much more comfortable in and talking about is this area when we're in the kind of the red wine area. I feel weird when I see a red wine that's a litre bottle. I believe Taylor's special release, Clare Valley Shiraz. Taylor's one of the first families of Australian wines. So I'm hoping that there is quality and value in this particular drink. It looks like it has been well awarded at various different wine shows going in and around here. And I'm trying to see if this vintage has come up for the Sydney wine show. No, not this particular one, but it looks like it's been well recognized for different places and different wine awards and competitions where this one has been entered. You also get to see some of the things coming out of the Blackstone Paddock. Just have a quick check to see they were coming up. Their name seems familiar from when I last looked at my book here, those wine awards, about what was coming up and coming through and being recognized in that category. Around, yep, there was a Taylor's Reserve Parcel Shiraz from 2018 that came up. Was there also, yep, there was also this other one, AC Burn. Hoping that one's at the top there. This $10 bottle of wine came out with an award. Was it the Burn McLaren Vale Shiraz? The one that I was actually looking at here that was an award winner was Great Australian Shiraz. Won different awards for $10 for a Shiraz. The one that I was looking at in my book was a Cabernet Merlot from the Margaret River from AC Burn. Let's see if that one's there. Big check. They may have potentially sold out of that particular wine or have started producing a different blend. So that was the Burn. Looks like. No, they still are producing that Margaret River wine there for $10. Every effort is made to ensure the current vintage is displayed. However, variations can occur. This one also won an award at the Sydney International Wine Competition for its 2018 vintage, and at $10 a bottle. That is definitely worth a try to see how that wine goes, how it performs. So Aldi do manage to get their hands on some really interesting wines at some really interesting prices. This one from Blackstone Paddock is another award-winning Shiraz from the Barossa Valley, coming in under $20 at $17.99, and it has some cellaring potential over the next 5 to 6 years. There's also the Player Barossa Valley Shiraz coming in at a slightly lower price point. I imagine that would be more of a drink now. We've got a bronze in the Great Australian Shiraz Challenge, and a handy tip is, dig into some of the awards, see what's going on. Try and understand what sits behind them, what is going on there. I'm interested in particular at the moment in that 2020 Great Australian Shiraz Challenge to see what happened, when it's going to be. You taste it. What were the results? Gives you an idea about what some of the competition is when you see these wines come up on a list. So when you're comparing like a gold medal versus a bronze medal, is it really that it's just come third, or is it kind of come in at that lower tier as part of it when we're looking for that Blackstone Paddock as part of that? Those Aldi wines. Go for a search for Blackstone. Yep, that's coming up there, $12.99. They may have raised the price. Nope, $12.99. So you can see that coming in there. But you can see that that bronze is also rated alongside a wine that is $120. That's a really interesting observation to see how those two things stack up and come alongside each other as part of that particular combination. And it looks like entries are open for 2021. The judging will happen during October and the awards will get announced Monday 1st. I'm not sure if there's anything you can do to attend. So very much just focused on Shiraz. Yeah, so different things going on there. Make that happen to enter a competition and try and win. But that gives you an idea of what the awards are that are actually backing up what it says. Like, I'm not really sure how this One Road is necessarily come in at under $10 and won an award for something. Yeah, I'm hoping that was a blind tasting, because a little bit of that just kind of blows my mind to think about. They also bring in wines from Italy and El Toro, Tempranillo. My brother has recently gotten into Tempranillo. So it'll be really interesting to think about this, capturing the essence of Spain. It's commended in the Decanter World Wine Awards. That would be an interesting one. Potentially that is a Tempranillo from Spain as well. You've got also some Loire Valley Cabernet Franc Rosé. Pretty sure that is in France, in a similar to L'Amour Provence. I think Provence is a town in France. And then potentially you're getting some New Zealand Sauvignon Blanc that come through as award winners. It'd be really interesting to see how that Riesling goes. It seems $3 for a Semillon Sauvignon Blanc. Seems like a really interesting and a really low price point. And there's also the South Point Estate Moscato coming in at $5. I'd be really interested to see some of the awards on this Clare Valley Riesling. The Clare Valley is known for the Riesling that it produces, and this has been awarded in the Adelaide and the Clare Valley wine shows. So that would be something for under $10, would be an interesting buy to see. So let me know. What do you think of these wines from Aldi? Do you think that they're worth it? Do you have any favorites? Let me know in the comments below, or let me know in the chat. I think we'll be doing a shorter live stream here this evening. Aldi has a much kind of more compressed range of wines. One kind of exotic blend that I'd like to highlight is the Duraff. It's one I'm exploring more. That full body side of things up there. We're kind of a Cabernet Sauvignon. This particular one is coming in under $10 and looks like it has been relatively well awarded as part of that as well. So interesting to see those statistics there that form up that. Otherwise, I think that kind of summarizes the wine that is there and that it's available. Otherwise, it's into the categories of beer and cider. So thank you very much for tuning in. If we haven't met before, my name is James Follett. I love wine. I believe the world of Australian wine is beautiful and complex, so I create videos for wine lovers to learn more about the world of wine. During the Sydney lockdown, I am aiming to go live 8 p.m. each night for 12 nights of the 14 days we were originally planning to be there to do the 12 wines of lockdown. Tonight has been wine number 9, talking about the best cheap wines of Aldi. I started the stream here tonight very late. So if you're watching on the replay, comment below. Let me know what kind of price point that you really liked for the value. Did you have any preferences for the awards or types of wines? Aldi seem to have a much more compressed range of different varieties. There's not kind of the choice and the variety that you'd have access to at a place like Dan Murphy's or other website. Are definitely worth considering that when you're shopping there, but there are potentially good value bargain buys if you want to try something out on the odd occasion and see if you like it and maybe keep going back to it. My personal preference is I like to try a variety of things, so I don't necessarily sit on a dozen bottles of a wine unless I really, really like it and I want to cellar it and see how that wine develops over time. So thank you for tuning into this live stream this evening. If you're watching back on the replay, comment any questions you have or put a question in chat and I might be able to answer it now. But put a question in the comments below if you're watching on the replay and let me know if you have any questions about wine, the world of wine, or questions about these Aldi wines or wine competitions, and I might be able to answer those in a future video or live stream for you. Otherwise, thank you for tuning in and enjoy the rest of your evening.